Welcome to our YouTube channel, Your Money Explained. Today we bring you the history of Bitcoin. Before we continue, press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, a digital asset designed to function as a medium of exchange created and managed using cryptography rather than central authorities. Bitcoin's history begins with the creation and implementation of Satoshi Nakamoto, a supposed pseudonymous figure who incorporated several existing concepts from the cypherpunk group. Bitcoin has experienced rapid growth through its existence, being a significant currency both online and offline. Some companies started accepting Bitcoin in addition to conventional currencies in the mid-2010s. The history of Bitcoin. Satoshi Nakamoto, blockchain, and Bitcoin have all become household names in recent years, pushing the boundaries of how we view global currencies. Bitcoin has become known for price spikes that often make news headlines and attract the interest of financial traders. Other digital currencies such as Ethereum, XRP, and Litecoin have sprung up as a result. Other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin Cash were generated when nodes decided not to update to the current protocol, resulting in creating a new currency out of Bitcoin's old protocols. When and why was Bitcoin created? Bitcoin was the first digital currency based on blockchain technology, and it was launched in 2009. Bitcoin promised to perform government-free transactions relying on digital currencies and digital coins instead of centralized government-issued fiat currencies when it was first discussed in a white paper published by someone using the pen name Satoshi Nakamoto. All transactions were recorded on a ledger that was open to the public, ensuring accountability. Miners who donate their computing resources to keep the network going are compensated in Bitcoin and have a say in creating new protocols for the blockchain network. This enables them to function as a sort of central bank, looking out for the mutual interests of the digital coin. The decentralized and blockchain protocols of Bitcoin necessitate this verification of a transaction by all nodes. It's thought to be extremely difficult to hack or corrupt these machines because they're distributed across the globe and operated by different people. Some consider this to be a stable framework, and it's piqued the public's interest since its inception. There have been moments when Bitcoin soared 740% in 5 months, hitting a peak of $19,807, before plummeting 69% to $5,967, as happened in 2017. Although Bitcoin's price fluctuations are well known among traders, many assume that the leading digital currency is here to stay. When did Bitcoin start? A pseudonymous individual named Satoshi Nakamoto introduced Bitcoin to the world on October 31, 2008, at the height of the financial crisis, says Chetan Shala, an assistant professor of entrepreneurship at North Central College in Naperville, Illinois, who studies cryptocurrencies and blockchain. In a letter to a cryptography mailing list, Bitcoin P2P eCash document, he put a link to a white paper called Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Both of these are now available for purchase or for free on the internet. In these papers, Nakamoto laid out the concept for Bitcoin as a decentralized digital currency. Being decentralized means there's no single administrator, but rather a public ledger of transactions that anyone can store on their computer, says Chris Marjalik, CEO of Crypto.com. On the peer-to-peer Bitcoin network, coins may be sent from one user to another without the use of intermediaries. When the first block, known as the Genesis block, was mined on January 3, 2009, the blockchain was officially released. A week later, the first 10 transactions took place. It was only available to miners validating the Bitcoin blockchain for the first few months of its life, Chalo says. According to Mark Grabowski, an associate professor at Adelphi University who teaches a Bitcoin course and is the author of Cryptocurrencies, a primer on digital money, Bitcoin had no clear monetary value at the time. Miners, computers that solve complex math problems to discover new Bitcoins and check that previous Bitcoin transactions were valid and correct, can swap Bitcoin for fun. The first economic transaction took over a year to complete when a Florida man arranged to have two $25 Papa John's pizzas delivered for 10,000 Bitcoins on May 22, 2010. Today, the same transaction would be worth $114 million, according to Peter C. Earle, an economist and research fellow at the American Institute for Economic Research. Fans and supporters of cryptocurrency have designated May 22nd as Pizza Day in celebration of this watershed moment. The first Bitcoin trades were negotiated on internet forums with people bartering for products and services in return for Bitcoin, says Garrett Firo, a partner at New York-based investment management company Wilshire Phoenix. Bitcoin's value was set arbitrarily at first. This broader base of application attracted more people, contributing to a rise in Bitcoin's perceived value, he says. As a result of select companies accepting Bitcoin alongside conventional currencies, there was also a rise in the use of Bitcoin as currency. It became easier to purchase, sell, trade, and store Bitcoin after being available on exchanges in 2010. According to Chala, who may price Bitcoin against the US dollar thanks to these exchanges, Bitcoin has come a long way and continues to dominate the cryptocurrency markets, rising from a low of a few cents in 2010 to an all-time high of $20,000 per Bitcoin in late 2017. Bitcoin price history. Earl claims that Bitcoin's trajectory is predominantly one of astronomical development, punctuated by a few serious price retrenchments. For the first few years as it grew, its price was under $2, Marjalek says. In June 2011, it hit its first bubble, rocketing to around $31 before sinking back down to a single-digit range. Bitcoin hit $200 almost 2 years later in April 2013, and was worth more than $1,000 by the end of November the same year, before rising tenfold to $10,000 in November 2017. According to Earl, the highest Bitcoin price was about $19,650 in mid-December 2017, with varying peak rates on different exchanges. Then it fell tremendously over the next few years. According to Firo, the 2017-2018 bubble was primarily driven by a surge in initial coin offerings, or ICOs. Some financial experts equate the Bitcoin bubble to the late 20th century internet boom. Everyone from your next-door neighbor to the world's richest hedge fund managers was dreaming about Bitcoin or some other altcoin, new network, or protocol, says Firo. The ICO craze flooded the crypto market with billions of dollars. Investors saw the value of coins plummet in the first months of 2018, as values plummeted due to a combination of psychological and technological factors such as confusion, fraud, and a loss of faith. After the collapse of Bitcoin's value, what might you call a more mature market emerged around the cryptocurrency? Fidelity joined the custodian space, and national banks were granted permission to custody digital properties, Firo says. Today, Square offers Bitcoin trading in all 50 states. Because of these developments, the market for Bitcoin has become relatively mature, he says. Smart and efficient exchanges exist, and core institutional-grade players are adopting the necessary measures to create a sustainable and viable market for the trading and investing of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin today. Price of one Bitcoin is equal to USD $48,666.10. It's a significant improvement over its post-peak low of just over $3,000. No one knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is or was to this day, Earl says. It's a subject that invites not only discussion, but also speculation, and perhaps inevitably conspiracy theories. According to Earl, conspiracy theories abound, ranging from Bitcoin being a skunk job, or an advanced and secret project of Google or an intelligence agency like the National Security Agency. Others say it's a trapdoor project in which a malevolent group has been patiently waiting for over a decade to take control of it when it grows large enough. To Earl, more critical than Bitcoin's price history is its testimony of two long-disputed views. First, that money is a good like any other, and second, that money can come about as a result of a market process. While Bitcoin is still growing in its role as a store of value and unit of account, cryptocurrencies and especially Bitcoin have primarily buried the idea that money somehow isn't money unless it's accepted as payment for taxes, Earl says. The IRS currently does not accept Bitcoin. Bitcoin tomorrow. So what does the future of Bitcoin hold? Nobody knows for sure, but Firo thinks it's a bright and exciting place. Innovative, cost-effective, and open investment vehicles are on the horizon and will help make cryptocurrency investing much more affordable, he says. This level of access will be comparable to that of conventional markets. Just bear in mind that no investments, particularly frontier investments, are without risk. If there is one lesson to be taken from Bitcoin's history, it's that what goes up can also come down, and it can come down fast. Thanks for watching this video. Please comment below